stay up to speed on.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Phil, and thank you all. It's so good to see everybody again. I'm sorry we're not together, but next year, hopefully. But so far, so good. At least creating a virtual approach here that hopefully is meaningful and people are enjoying. We've got a pretty loaded agenda here today, so we're going to get jump right into it. Again, I want to just thank everybody. We have, I believe, a really wonderful summit this year. We tried to be creative, innovative, and bring in other aspects of focus. And I think you can tell that by our speakers, the importance of the sort of different kinds of topics that we're talking about, all of which, though, are really critical with respect to innovation. I love the luncheon presentation, innovation, collaboration, and execution, which are all things that we're completely focused on. Let's just jump right into our program here, and we're going to begin with Diana, who's going to do a financial update, and then Samara is going to go through our membership update. I'm going to just do a very quick little overview and recap of kind of some of our top priorities, and then we're going to do a strategic policy discussion. I think at the end, Gary is going to join just for a minute and talk about our direct contracting initiative that's come together for a number of programs that we hope will expand to others if they're interested going forward into the new year. And then certainly at the end, just kind of the next step. So with that, Diana?
Sure. So in your packet and on the screen, I want to take a moment to go over this coming year's budget. So to set the stage, our approach has been very conservative. It's basically a break-even budget for FY21. And we agreed as a board that we were going to look at the budget on a quarterly basis. Given COVID, given what we've been through and the unknowns about the future, we took a very conservative approach, and we'll be assessing on a quarterly basis the budget. So majority of the revenue is entirely through membership dues. So thank you all very much for your prompt payment for the dues. Most people, most folks pay on an annual basis. Some have quarterly arrangements, but we took an approach this year that we were only going to budget for 4 new members. We will probably have more than that, but given the uncertainty, we made an estimate that our revenue for membership dues will be at 1.1. Program revenue, there's a slight increase there, and that's from registration, sponsorships, and some grants related to the revenue to support our DEI initiative and the Innovation Lab. And so that is the increase there. Non-program revenue remains stable. From an expense perspective, as is our usual approach, we have a core contract with Healthsperian for all of the management services, and that has stayed the same over the years. The past 2 years, there's been some additional staff due to the growth of the organization, and so that's been an additional add-on to the core contract, and that is largely around some additional key folks, Sarah Sharp, Stephanie Rogers, and there are quite a few other part-time folks that are part of that additional staff, largely from Healthsperian, but very stable compared to this past year. On the other, you'll see an uptick of about 100,000 in that, and that is largely for the work that's being done from a regulatory perspective from Morgan Lewis, as well as Burson, our PR and marketing communications. And then the program expenses, we're going to do a formal audit of NPHI this year. It's an additional 20,000. And so our expenses went up slightly. Beth, if you could go to the next page. And you can see the nearly what I would call a break-even budget. From a balance sheet and a cash perspective, about $750,000 is in the bank. So with that, I'm happy to answer any questions. I wish all of our budgets were as simple as this. So it's a relatively easy approach to our financial position for the organization. So.
Any questions? We also obviously have the very best treasurer we could have, right? So we'll give give Diana a round of applause for the great work she does in our budget. Diana, thank you so much.
Welcome.
Samara, now you're going to talk about membership and give an update, and I think you've got a lot of exciting things to say about how we've grown.
Well, I do, and I think it's evidenced by the number of people who are here with us at the summit and our current list of NPHI members, and on 2 pages now instead of 1 page. And the map that was shared yesterday that showed all the places where our members are located was so impressive. So I hope everybody had a chance to look at that. And if not, we'll be putting it up in other places later. But we do have new members since our last NPHI summit, and they're listed on the screen for us right now. And welcome to all the new members, because it just is evidence of the support that people feel and how our mission is so very vital. So thank you to our new members, and thank you to those of you who recommended people during the past year. And we'll go to the next slide. Thank you, Beth. We've grown from 27 to 70 members in just 5 years. I think that is, again, just a reflection of the support that people feel in our work together. 10 new members since the 2019 summit, 14% increase in membership. Diana was talking about our goals in terms of adding, but we're budgeted to add 6 new members in 2021. And it would be great if we could grow to 80 members in 2021. So that would be good if we could stretch and hit 80. Of course, I think there are more organizations that want to be a part of us, and we're going to encourage everyone to, if you have a potential new member, bring them forward to the board, to the staff. And I think everyone can speak to the benefits of being a member of the organization. So we look forward to more people coming forward. And then, let's see, I think that's really all I was going to talk about. But I would like to ask if anyone has any questions about membership, the process, how to bring someone forward, any comments about membership. Well, it's pretty straightforward, just like our budget. So thank you. And that's all I have for membership.
All right. Well, thank you, Samara. We are, even this past week, we've gotten some inquiries for some folks that are interested. So I think the word continues to spread about the importance of the organization. And also, I think people are really gravitating to understanding the uniqueness around NPHI and our mission-driven programs and the importance of advocating for them for the future. So we're excited about that, excited about new inquiries, and look forward to bringing in new programs as well that are committed to our mission and our vision and our values. Obviously, that's the most important thing. I thought I would take just a couple of minutes and just kind of highlight a few things, and then we're going to get into a discussion on our strategic policy initiatives, a couple of them that we didn't want to talk about in the broad group, but we wanted to kind of highlight here because they're important and specific, and then kind of outline some of the next steps.